I'm Joseph Walters.
And I'm Katie Walters.
And we own Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Peoria. I didn't want to do the main line. Katie had gone to training in Dallas and brought that back, and I pushed back. We had only owned Mr. Rooter for 18 months, I think. And so we really weren't fully trained in the system. We were learning it fast with our business coach. And to go to another store that was well established and walk in and say, that's what I envisioned for us, and I could see it, and to be able to see the vision in place really helps you drive to it. We implemented the mainline process at our Mr. Rooters on December 19, 2023. We came to Denver on December 12th. I came out and I rode with some of the Denver camera supervisors and just fell in love with the whole model. Most of us plumbers were trained back in our day to run the auger, and run it 100 times, run it 1,000 times, and we really had no interest or no training in running a camera, seeing what's really causing us to have to run the auger. Which is weird because in most of the plumbing world, we do look for a long-term solution for the customer, but in the underground plumbing and sewers, we just don't and had not. So it was good to learn that side of it and to understand that, hey, there's a whole world here that we're not tapping into. There's a whole revenue stream and there's a whole customer need. I came back, took what I felt like was our drain tech that I thought would embrace it the most, trained him on educating the customer on the value of the camera. So I followed him in my Jeep and cambered the lines and talked to customers about long-term solutions instead of Band-Aid fixes for their sewer lines. And as time went on, I hired a camera supervisor and trained him, and we continued to educate our drain techs in, getting the customer to allow the camera in their sewer line. We really took off, and we immediately went from 1 team to 5 teams within just maybe a week, I think. For our profit margins at Mr. Rooter, before we were really struggling to be around 10-11%. For the main line, our dig teams, their margins are 69%. That's a good margin. And 2 guys all day, they check in once, they check out once, they get 1 payment. There's no windshield time. Our dig trucks hopefully last for 10 years because they're not driving very much like a service van would be. I think a lot of it is really just the cost to manage the main line is much less than the cost to manage service plumbing. And if you're 100% drains and service, you're really going to have high overhead. I think the margins in plumbing can be 20+% when you run mainline. So this is not really an either or opportunity. You can do both. For us, we had plumbing in the beginning. We still have plumbing. And as a matter of fact, our plumbing is larger now than it was when we first started. And a lot of that is because of the growth across the board through mainline process. Because the more mainline we do, the more revenue we generate, the more marketing spend we have, so then our plumbing is increasing as well. So it's been a really nice add-on for us.
If you are at all thinking about using mainline, you have to go all in. You can't piecemeal mainline. It's 100% or it's not at all. If you pick and choose from it the pieces that you like and the pieces you disagree with, it's not going to work for you. You have to follow the process 100% all the way through, and you will have that success.
And the main line has really changed our revenue. Last year we did 2.7 million. This year we'll do 7 million. And the only thing that's changed is the main line. And people think we're crazy for replacing these sewer lines that are bad. But the bottom line is we're way ahead of our competition. We're way ahead in our industry. Well, I've been to Denver 4 or 5 times in the last 12 months. This is the only place, and I mean that I know of, where you can go and learn about the main line at no cost. The first thing that stood out to me was how we really built a single source of communication with our customer through the mainline process. So our camera supervisor is that one safe source. Just having that one voice and that one really advocate for our customer is important. I'm just still shocked by how much it changed us. Our coach called and said, you guys are on track to do $7 million. And you look at your daily huddle, and I look at it every day just so I can go to bed happy, because I can't believe we're a $7 million company, and last year we were 2.5. It hasn't really sunk in yet that we're that big now.
I remember when we first opened, and I remember hearing other people talk about the fact that maybe mainline wouldn't work in their area, in their territory. We are in central Illinois. It's known by other industries to be used as a test location. So if it plays in Peoria, it plays in the United States. If it works here, it's gonna work in your territory. And we've made it work, so I know it's gonna work in your territory as well.
I really want to be known as a franchise that changed the plumbing industry.